Today on Easy Does It, we're filling in the blanks with tips on decorating your blank wall. It's the elephant in the room, the blank wall. You want to decorate but have no idea how to go about it all. Well, joining me today is HGTV host and author of Carter's Way, Carter Osterhaus. So Carter, why is the blank wall so overwhelming?
I think it's so overwhelming because it just stares at you and it's a blank wall and people look at it and they're like, ugh, what should I do? I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to put something on there that I'm going to regret. And they don't have the guts to just do something to it.
That's what it is. It's the guts. Okay, so first let's start with the simple ideas.
So if you want to just do something really simple and really easy, just put some paint on it. Maybe make it the focal wall. So you add a different color to that wall. So you had these neutral colors on the side and then your one wall is a focal point where you can add a pop of color. Just don't do this, and that is make that wall blend into the furniture that you have. So don't use the same tones as on the wall that are on your furniture. If you want to take a step further than that, you can actually put some stripes on it. Okay. So, if you want to make a room taller, you use vertical. If you want to make it wider, you put horizontal stripes. I always tell people when they're putting lines on a wall, say you have a 10-foot wall, mark, 34 inches from the ground up here, 34 inches from the ground up here, and every 2 foot in between.
Got it, every 2 feet in between, is that right?
Yeah, and so what you want to do is then stretch out your painter's tape from end to end, and then always step back at moments and look to see if that is really, if the eye sees any, variation within it. I like multiple lines, on the wall. Okay. And you can also add different size thicknesses to the lines too. Don't think you have to add just, 12-inch line, 12-inch line, 12-inch line. Do 16, do 24, do 12. And if it doesn't work, paint it all and take it away.
I'm going to go home and I'm going to tackle all these projects. I'm so excited. Okay, I want to move on to these picture frames I see here with nothing inside. Talk to me about how you use these.
What I like about picture frames is that they're very inexpensive. Yeah. You can go to the store and you can pick these up and you can add, a couple different colors if you want. And you can literally just place these on the wall, hang them up in sort of a random cluster.
I like that.
And what's cool about it, if you want to go a step further, is paint them all white, paint them all black, paint 2 of them white, paint 2 of them black. Totally play with it.
I actually tried this with antique mirrors. I found a bunch from different places and for my daughter's room and made that my focal point.
It probably looks great too once you just put them in some sort of random cluster. And again, there's no real wrong answer.
So moving on to your hanging planter. This looks a little bit more difficult.
This is more creative. A little bit more involved.
Right.
So what we have here is I just took this hanging shoe rack. You can use, maybe succulents if you want to, maybe even herbs, so it now becomes a functional hanging planter wall.
That's pretty. I love that. All right, Carter, before you go, are there a few decorating tips that you feel like everyone should know?
Yeah, I think there are, definitely. Look, you don't have to be super creative. You do not have to have a lot of money. Whether it's an old bicycle wheel that you can have and, the spokes, you can use those to hang like plants on it if you wanted to. Whether it's a pitchfork that you wanted to use, I've done that before. Whether it's an old window sash, I took old window sashes one time and actually put pictures within them. And I think those all really work. Just trust in your instinct, trust in yourself, because there are a lot of things that you can figure out on your own.
All right, I'm just gonna have to take you home with me now.
There you go.
I have a couple projects, Carter.
Okay,
So thank you again. If you want more home design inspirations, check out Carter's Way out in stores now. And now it's time for One Good Thing. So this week, I found this great little book called Stitched Gifts, and we have the author, Jessica Marquez, here to talk to us more about it. So Jessica, tell me what we can find inside of your book.
So Stitched Gifts is a collection of 25 really fun, unique, giftable embroidery projects, but a lot of the projects are also customizable, so you can make gifts for people that are personalized.
I gotta tell you, they're incredibly relaxing to do this sort of stuff too.
It's addictive.
It's addictive. Well, I love mine. I'm gonna continue working on it. Thank you, Jessica, so much for coming. And that's all for today. Stitched Gifts is out in stores, and you can check out our Facebook page to see my finished gift. Please join us next week on Easy Does It, right here on Yahoo.